Good afternoon, garden friends. As you guys know, with my theme for this summer garden is reminiscence of romance. I did a video of me making window boxes for my garden shed and then found it was missing something, so I took it to the next level and added shutters to it. Well, I did not stop there. So let me show you guys what I have done. And this has been based off of some feedback. A couple of things that I have made adjustments to in regards to my garden shed. So come on with me. Let me show you what I've done now. Okay, so this is what I did. It was recommended that I should put some plants in here, and I was going to do it. But this gives me an idea of how the flower boxes are going to look. And I'm so loving the choices that I picked. I have some snapdragons here on both sides that are the mauve multicolored snapdragons. I have, let me see, it's called Lanium Malesetum Red Nancy, which are these guys, and they're perennial, and what they will also do is make an excellent ground cover. And I'll put a better picture of all of the flowers that I've gotten, because you really cannot see the beauty. And then, of course, last but not least, my Lenten rose. This is the Ice and Rose one. Look at the colors of this. And I have an area in another part of my garden that houses most of my Lenten rose. So after this flowers, I will more than likely get it moved over to the other area where the rest of them are. And then what that'll do is it'll allow me to change out the box throughout the season. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing and change that I did, and like I said, this was recommendations from individuals. So let me show you what I did. Okay, this is the other thing I did between one of my garden buddies and my daughter was like, oh my God, soften up the door. And if you recall, when I had just had the window boxes up, the panels on the door was a reddish tangerine color that matched our front door of our home. Does this set the tone? And look at how it pulls in the colors from the hellebores, because I did the flowers on both sides, mimicking it the same. So guys, what do you think? Did I choose the right color? Now, let's just get a view of some other things that I am doing. The other thing that I am doing on this side, which I had mentioned before, I actually ordered a rose from Heirloom, and it's called Ice White, and it's a climber that I'm going to plant here with the goal of it going all the way up the side and however far across it wants to go. But then I'm also intertwining a clematis that's purple, and I'll post the photos of the rose, the climbing rose, and the clematis that I'm going to be putting over in this area, which I think will just look so gorgeous. The other thing, I had pots that I have my pansies in, but I actually did the layering. So I have daffodils. If you look behind the chair, those ones are starting to come up. And then in this green pot here, I actually got an Annabelle. I actually got two of them on clearance, and they are actually flanking, you know, both sides of the shed. And I cheated and got some forced tulip bulbs. Now, mind you, while tulips are annuals here in Georgia, I'm sort of liking how it looks and might entertain, I'm just saying might entertain possibly doing tulips in pots. I don't think I want to put them in the ground. But guys, look at this. Tell me, am I accomplishing the reminiscence of romance with my garden shed? You know, and the goal is to have this feel throughout the entire back garden area. Now, the other thing, this is a type of grass that I have in here that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dig that out. There's a couple spots in our front entranceway of our development that I'm going to go ahead and put that in. But then too, guys, look at all of my daffodils and hyacinths that are coming up. My blue Fiskars grass is looking good. So I'm just really excited as far as how this reminiscence of romance is going. Oh, and then I have another figurine that's going to go in this area once Kevin gets done building up the lattice. The two areas, because that area is like very slopey, and I just wanted something that was going to finish it off, and then with having the white lie rose there, it's going to be gorgeous. But let me show you guys this, you know, because it's just ingenious how, you know, Kevin ended up building this so that it has a nice uniform look. He actually took his saw and cut out a channel to where the whole length, top and bottom, to where the lattice will be able to fit in there very nicely and just look really, really finished. So that's the next part that he's going to have to do. Is we're going to get the lattice painted first, and then he'll unscrew the top part off and then just slide the lattice in between the grooves for it to set, and then, you know, tack it down here too on the bottom. So I'm like really excited about having this as a backdrop for my rose. Okay, so he has gone and put up the framework for the lattice partition that I'm gonna have here. And I actually dug out that grass that I have there, and that is where, like I said before, I'm going to place my white lie rose bush that I'm propagating that is doing so well there. And then throughout this area, you know, I got some hyacinths that's coming up, some daffodils that are coming up. But once these guys get done, or even while they're in bloom, hopefully I'll be able to plant some of my flowers that I am growing from seed. Well, the last thing that he has to do is go ahead and insert the lattice in there. He got that painted for me, so I am like so excited to see how it's gonna look finished. All right, he has gotten the lattice put up. It looks so nice. I think it just does finish off that entire look. The other thing that we did was my trim for the flower bed. I went ahead and stained it black to match the fence, just to have that finished look. I planted some pansies in there just to add a little color. Plus, you know, when those guys die back, I will be putting some of my plants that I am seeding. The other thing I did was that blue container. That's just a holding placement for my white light rose that I'm going to plant there. And then, guys, look at my new figurine. She is just so lovely. I just love her. And I actually got her from the Goodwill for like $15. And she's solid cement or whatever they make these guys out of. And I just popped some petunias in there, and I got some uh, yellow or no lemon sedum in there. But it is looking so good. I am so pleased with how this whole area of adding the lattice on there. And then let's just do a quick look at the whole area. And guys, tell me, did I accomplish what I wanted to at least start off in this area with my garden, having the theme of reminiscence of romance. I also ended up throwing some pillows in the chair. And like I said, on this side, over here is where the heirloom climbing rose and clematis combination will end up being at. Well, garden friends, thank you so much for taking this journey with me. I gotta give a shout out to my garden friends who recommended that I go ahead and put flowers in, uh, change the color of the panels on the door, and a special thanks to my husband for always being able to execute my dreams when it comes to my garden. So thank you again for visiting Inspiring Garden Corner. And if you found this project inspiring and you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing, because it's all about learning from each other, being inspired by each other. And I was truly inspired by my garden friends on this project. Thanks again, and I look forward to you checking out my next video.